Hello, I hope you guys are doing well. This is my extra credit attempt. I am Zach Sudall, student of Professor Lore, and I'm going for that extra 3%. So, my topic was the test of character, uh, teamwork, mental toughness, mentality, around that. Looking back on this assignment, I was pretty content with it. My revisions to the essay or snapshot was pretty well. I felt like I could share more in depth my story, one story out of many, sort of like reading a couple sentences out of the dictionary, but this was a good test of character for the assignment, and I feel like I gave all the important details to the story and and all right. So let's get in the story right now. So flick on your campfires, your fireplaces, get your popcorn. So my story was about Philmont. Philmont is a Boy Scout ranch. It is in New Mexico. So we took a train ride there. It is a 2.5 week trip in total, 10 days of on trek. 10 days, 9 nights, I'm pretty sure. So, one time in my life when my character was tested was during the summer of 2017, in the middle of June. So, my friends, some people I know, and a couple of adults, we went there, and it was, at the time, it was just a bunch of kids got together, looking to screw around, make some memories, and everyone had the mutual interest in the outdoors. So I recall one of the adults, the scoutmaster, he said that this trip would be one of the toughest trips because not only is it a test of mental toughness, it would also be because of we would be tired of each other. So I guess this happens when you're around people, the same people for a long time, and I've had this a couple times, but surprisingly this didn't happen except for one kid. So when we were on the trail the first day, the one kid that we got tired of, he irritated us because he wasn't physically fit for the trip, and that was a big setback for us. We were given instructions to prepare for this trip, and one of them was to get in shape, physical shape, and he didn't abide by that. So it's kind of like going to boot camp, military boot camp, without training for it at all. So you're basically gonna go through hell, and I'm sure he did, but he made it out alive. Also, along with that, the first day we got dropped off, he volunteered to be the map guide for the day. We switch map guides every day. So, after a few hours of wandering around, we came to the conclusion that, he got us lost, all right. And one of the adults decided to step in, and there's also a worker, a guy who knows the trek, who works for the company. So they stepped in because they came to the conclusion again that we were just wandering around like we were livestock in a field, and it was starting to get pretty late. So as the sun slowly dropped beneath the Earth's horizon, we were at the edge of a steep hill, and this hill was, to put it into perspective, think of the one hole from the Spartan 300 movie where the guy kicks him off into the hole. Think it kind of like that. So that was like the only way we were getting down, and so we all created a single file line as if we were fourth graders when the lunch bell would be called, and we slowly descended the down the little hill with the help of our hiking sticks, and the hiking sticks definitely played a big role. Think of it as they were as if someone with crutches. So most of us got down. It was pretty decent, and we're just waiting and waiting. So, and we had just heard out of nowhere, a scream or whatever, and then we got called up to go help. And it was crazy because everything was just so quiet, just staring at the sunset going down, kind of like the end of a movie. And all of a sudden, call to action. It's like you're in a fire station and you just get called to a fire. The mood switches like that, and then, it's go time. So, we found out that one of the adult leaders have fallen and he couldn't get up, just like the grandma in one of those commercials. So, yeah, we had he broke his leg, but luckily, the fortunate part, even though it's unfortunate that we had an injury in the trip, the fortunate part was the kid got so lost that we were literally right next to the road that the bus left us, and we had one of the guides had cell phone service, so they called makeshift ambulance kind of to take him back to base camp. And this was a test of character because when we were just screwing around, we snapped into it. When business called, we went. And it's like, screwing around, being immature to serious survival mode. And that moment was a big character building moment for me. So I was glad that I got to experience that. Unfortunately, at the expense of a broken or fractured leg, tibia. So, you know, once it resolved, I remember the scoutmaster saying that he was proud of us for stepping up to the plate, and because it was a real test of character, and that's how I knew we passed. And that is my extra credit. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. Hope for a white Christmas, and take care.